colors. Ready. Post. Read. Cover. Up. Just. All uniformed personnel. Present. Arms. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arms. Ready. Face. Forward. March. All right, you can please be seated. You want to turn the volume down just a hair or get just a little feedback? Thank you. Perfect. That should work great. Friends, family, honored guests, thank you for coming tonight. Tonight we're going to honor 22-2 Recruit Academy as they receive their badges. I'd first like to recognize several of our dignitaries, our chief officers, and other departmental members that are with us tonight. I'd like to first recognize Mayor Larry and Gail Barrett, who was unable to attend this evening. She is attending a U.S. conference for mayors, but she did send some remarks via video, took some time out of her busy schedule, and wanted to speak directly to the recruits. I'd also like to recognize Amanda Barker, advisor to the mayor, who is attending on the mayor's behalf. I'd like to recognize some of our council members that made it out here this evening. Sandra Washington, please stand to be recognized. Councilmember Tammy Ward. Councilmember Benny Shob. And the newly appointed council member by the mayor, Michelle Suarez. All right, I'd like to recognize at this time Chief of Lincoln Fire Department, Chief David Engler. Assistant Chief of Operations, Chief Mike Smith. Battalion Chief Eddie Miller. Battalion Chief Jim Bob. He's in the back someplace unless they had a call. I'd like to recognize President Adam Shrunk of Local 644 for letting us use the hall this evening. And of course, special thanks to the LFR Honor Guard and the LFR Pipe and Drum Corps. I'd like to thank LNK for streaming live for all of those in attendance that couldn't be here tonight in personal attendance. Special thanks to newly retired Secretary of the Training Division that pretty much does everything that the chief would ever ask, Kim McKay. Behind the scenes, she's the one that makes pretty much everything happen. She makes the training division run. And I'd be remiss if I didn't introduce her replacement, Bailey Pete, who was in the back. All right. Like I said, they try and keep me in line. I would like to introduce the recruit cadre, starting with the instructor, the officer in charge, Captain David Lorenzen. Firefighter paramedic Ashley Busboom. Firefighter paramedic Joe Laughlin. And Captain Paramedic Alan Christ, who was part of the LFR Pipe and Drum. This is your recruit cadre that makes this all possible, that gives them the training that they need to make things, to get them where they are here today. Okay? Without further ado, we'll go ahead and we'll go to the remarks of the mayor and her recording.
Good evening, and thank you all for helping us to celebrate and welcome the 4 newest members of our Lincoln Fire and Rescue team. Congratulations to all the graduates, and thank you for stepping up and for dedicating yourselves to ensuring the safety of our community. For these last 19 weeks, you have been pushing yourselves mentally and physically to be ready to take on one of the most important jobs in our community, protecting life and property. And your training wasn't easy because your job is not easy. So tonight, you and your families have good reason to celebrate. You have earned your place, and you are ready to serve the community in one of the best fire and rescue departments in the country. You may not be aware of just how excellent LFR is because our team is pretty humble. So let me brag on them for a minute. Last fall, as we gathered inside Station 10 to unveil the department's newest ambulance and fire engines, Chief Engler shared that the custom specs that LFR developed to ensure that our new apparatuses deliver the best outcomes for the public and optimal working conditions for our employees. He mentioned that those specs are some of the most copied in the industry. And I think that just speaks volumes about what an innovative and excellent team you are joining. LFR is also leading across the nation when you look at some of our key metrics. When our community members experience non-traumatic cardiac arrest, LFR and our medical professionals save their lives at a rate more than double the national average. And when a fire starts in the home of a Lincoln resident, LFR saves, on average, 98% of the value of their property. My administration understands that the investments we make in growing LFR and its resources pay off in life-saving dividends. And that's why we will continue to invest in the personnel, infrastructure, fleet, and equipment that help you all succeed. We know that your success depends on even more than our investments, though. You also need a support network as you navigate the immense challenges of this job. And that's why we are so grateful to your families who embody that support. We know that your families, too, have made significant sacrifices so that our firefighter, paramedics, and EMTs can pursue their important careers. And we wholeheartedly thank you and thank you for your help and support. And to our graduates, please know that today and every day, your families and your community are very proud of you and grateful that you have chosen a career in public service. On behalf of our entire city, congratulations, best wishes. Thank you for taking on this honorable job, and welcome to Lincoln Fire and Rescue. We know that your success depends on even more than our investments, though. You also need a support network as you navigate the immense challenges of this job. And that's why we are so grateful to your families who embody that support. We know that your families, too, have made significant sacrifices so that our firefighter, paramedics, and EMTs can pursue their important careers. We wholeheartedly thank you and thank you for your help and support. To our graduates, please know that
All right, continuing with our program, we would like to have Chief Dave Engler step up and say a few remarks.
Well, good evening, friends and family. Thank you for being here in support of our new members tonight and celebrating the successful completion of Fire Recruit Academy 22-2. Special thank you to Battalion Chief Majors and the recruit training cadre that was introduced earlier, who dedicated your time and effort in preparing our 4 new firefighters for the many challenges they have ahead and protecting our community and providing care for the emergencies that occur. I also want to thank our elected officials tonight for being here. I got to tell you, you guys have been so supportive of Lincoln Fire and Rescue, and it matters. It matters not only out on the streets, having the correct equipment to provide that care, but protecting our firefighters with the equipment that they use and keeping them safe every day. So thank you for all your contributions and support to that. You know, we concentrate a lot on EMS in Lincoln, and we do a great job with EMS, but a lot of times the fire threat is often kind of put by the side. And interestingly enough, today an article was released in which the U.S. Fire Administration warned Americans that they have less time than ever to get out of a burning house safely. They have more chances of dying in a fire today than in the 1980s. The changes in our building construction practices, utilizing lightweight building materials, the evolution of technologies such as the lithium-ion batteries are all posing new fire threats, not to mention the changes in our climate with the wildland-urban interface. And we don't think about that in Lincoln, Nebraska, but think about as our city expands out into those areas where we have a little bit more wildland and stuff, we're starting to see more fires. And in 2022, LFR responded to 32,494 emergency calls, an increase in total call volume of 8%, which is a little bit higher than average. And while medical calls did account for those 80% of those calls, we saw a 14% of increase in fire responses last year. So I think that's evident of some of the changes in the industry that we talk about. And a lot of people dismiss that with new fire codes and that sort of thing, but the fire threat is certainly real. And that's why it's exciting to have our new class of firefighters, some of which are also paramedics. It's a small class of 4, but I really want to welcome you as part of our team. You will make a difference in people's lives every time you respond to an emergency, no matter how big or small. And when we think about those 32,494 calls that we responded to, we may have touched one person or 5 or 10, depending on the situation. But you just can't fathom the number of people that our organization is able to help and make a difference in their lives every single year. There will be sacrifices along the way. You'll miss some birthdays and ball games and those things. But you are now part of an incredibly rewarding career, and those sacrifices will seem very small as you make significant impacts on people's lives every day. So thank you for being here to celebrate, and welcome to Lincoln Fire and Rescue. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your remarks, Chief. I was going to say a few things, a few hundred things, but I think I'll keep this short and sweet. And I'm going to turn this over to the officer in charge, Captain Dave Lorenzen, who led the Recruit Academy through the fire portion of the class.
Good evening. Goes without saying, thank you for your support, all of you. Table 1, Table 2. I get to be up here. Yes, Kim? Okay. I get to be up here speaking for not just myself, but the instructor cadre. I'm going to be real honest with you. OIC, I'm in front of a computer. I'm grading tests. I'm filling out paperwork. I'm overseeing things. It's the cadre. It's paramedic firefighter Ashley Busboom and paramedic firefighter Joe Laughlin that probably spent 70% of the time molding and working with these recruits. So they deserve probably the majority of any kind of thanks or anything like that. I look out here, for 4 of you, you brought a lot of people. And that's good to see. These 4 individuals worked really hard just to get the opportunity to come and go through the Lincoln Fire Academy. During that time, they showed fortitude, they showed strength, both mentally and physically. They worked really, really hard. This is a goal that they really need to be proud of, and all of us need to be proud of them for accomplishing it. It's not their last ones. They're going to have many, many goals to obtain on the fire department. And I look forward to being around to watching quite a few of them. So I just want to say, class of 22, thank you for allowing me to be the officer. It was really a privilege. Congratulations.
All right, thank you, Captain. So as tradition would go, the class elects a certain person, gets amongst themselves, and they elect a class spokesperson. And this year's 22-2 class spokesperson is Connor Leeper. I'll fix this for you.
Good call, thank you. Thank you, Chief Majors. My name is Connor Leeper, and I have the distinct privilege and honor of being the speaker for Class 22-2. I'd like to start off by thanking our training cadre and the countless subject matter experts we've had over the last 19 and a half weeks. If it wasn't for their hard work, we would not be in this position. I'd also like to thank all of our family and friends who came from near and far to celebrate this big day with us. For if it wasn't for your guys' constant support over the last 19 and a half weeks, we would no longer be here. Class 22-2. Man, we finally made it, boys. Finally. 19 and a half weeks ago, we started this journey as complete strangers with varying backgrounds, but with one common goal: to earn the right to be called a Lincoln firefighter. This common goal was something that would unite us over the coming weeks. Whether it was throwing ladders until our shoulders were raw, pulling hose until we could do it in our sleep. Those 6:30 a.m. workouts that I think we all secretly came to enjoy, looking at the faces or not, okay? Twinks lectures that made us rethink everything we knew about the fundamentals of EMS. Or working off tallies when we forgot to fasten chest straps on our SCBAs. Not calling out names. We didn't realize it then, but these experiences, the good, the bad, and the ugly, brought us closer and made us a family. Class 22-2, I want to leave you with this before we depart tonight. We all experience many triumphs over the next 6 months of probation and the rest of our careers. With those triumphs, however, will also come failures. You can either let those failures define you or use it as motivation to get 1% better each and every day. We made it through the academy, but now comes the hard part. We have to wake up every morning and earn the right to wear the blue of Lincoln Fire Rescue. We owe it to ourselves, our brothers and sisters we work alongside with, and most importantly, the citizens we serve to show up and give 110% every day. With that being said, Class 22-2, or Triple Deuces, it has been an honor and a privilege to go through this journey with you the last 19 and a half weeks. I wish you all nothing but the best and can't wait to see where this journey takes us. Thank you.
Well done. Lower this down just a few feet. All right. Now moving on, as is customary again, every class we get together with all of the students, all of the recruits, all of the instructor cadre, and anyone else that had any part of this particular group. And we use a closed ballot type of system. And we elect one honor grad who exemplifies the entire class, whether it's written tests, scoring well, whether it's practical skills, whether it's that one person that just picks them up every single day when the entire class is down. And without further ado, I'll call your name. I want you to come up and be recognized. This year's honor grad for 22-2 is David Aborney. Here you go. Nice job. Stand right here. Well done. Thank you. Thank you, sir. All right, now we're moving on quickly. Chief, if you'd like to assist. When I call your name up, recruits, we'll have those that will be pinning you and representing you if they would like to come forward as well. And we'll go ahead and we'll issue your badges. First up, now probationary firefighter Harrison Gaiman. And who is pinning your badge on?
My mother.
Very well. Firefighter paramedic Devin Jones. And who will be placing your pin on?
This will be my daughter and my mother.
Connor, class spokesperson, come on up and receive your badge, sir. And who will be pinning your badge?
My dad.
And last but not least, firefighter David Aborney. And who will be pinning your badge?
My wife and my son.
Probationary firefighters 22-2, your class is now ended. Please stand and be recognized. All current firefighters in the building, please stand and be recognized. This is now your new family. All right, all rise. for retirement of the colors. All uniform personnel, present, arms, order, arms, ready, face, prepare to retrieve the colors, retrieve, left, face,
Uniform, personnel, present, arms.
left, face. Forward. March.
Order, arms.
All right, thank you very much. That concludes our evening. We'll have refreshments in the back, recruits. I'm sure you're going to want to stand up front and get some pictures taken.